Welcome to the channel, Ravens. My name is Loveark. In order to keep the fires of Rubicon burning, I propose another open-ended discussion video for you today. Reading upon the Armored Core community, there exists a great debate that I want you all to be aware of. This debate discusses which substance is overall worst for humanity. The coral of Armored Core 6 or the Kojima particles of Armored Core for answer. There are some fine points that were made about each substance, but we must dive a bit into the lore of each before being able to make a solid judgment. If that interests you, stick around in this video and consider subscribing if you're new around here, as we cover all things Armored Core. With that being said, let's commence the mission. For this video, our mission objectives are as follows. Define the coral substance on Rubicon. Define the Kojima particles for answer. Make a scientific judgment on which is the greater evil of the two. Let's start off with the coral substance of Rubicon. Now, in Armored Core 6, the main source of power in this generation was coral energy substance. In the official description, it reads, a mysterious new substance called coral was discovered on a remote planet, Rubicon 3. As an energy source, this substance was expected to dramatically advance humanity's technological and communication capabilities. Instead, it caused catastrophe that engulfed the planet and the surrounding stars in flames and storms, forming a burning star system. Almost half a century later, the coral has resurfaced on Rubicon 3, a planet now contaminated and sealed off by the catastrophe. Extraterrestrial corporations and resistance groups fight over control of the substance. More specifically, the coral appears naturally as a red wispy mass, comprised of large masses of microorganisms being able to interact and communicate with each other even over vast distances. It is able to grow and reproduce over time under good conditions. In ideal conditions, specifically a vacuum, it can propagate exponentially. Humanity's interest in the coral was piqued by two key material properties. It produces an immense amount of energy when burned, and it also conducts digital data more effectively than any known natural or artificial substance. Now, as a living organism, the coral possesses a degree of intelligence and inhibits social behavior. These traits, combined with its data conduction ability, allow it to be incorporated into control systems for various machines. Free coral are able to interact and control digital equipment as well, and have been known to assert control over human-made machines to use them for their own protection. Coral is also capable of manifesting sentient information patterns with personalities that are comprehensible and behaviorally similar to humans. Described as C-pulse wave mutation, these unique coral entities can be perceived as voices by augmented humans with coral-based generation 1 through 4 augmentation. So looking at the facts, we have a substance that's very high in output, is able to send telecommunications long distances, and capable of procreating itself for unlimited resource. On the other hand, the substance is sentient with its own agenda and highly volatile in certain circumstances. That would be like the gas in your car starting influencing you on how you should go about your day, knowing you have to go to work. I don't know about you, but can you trust it? Let's ponder on that for a minute. Now let's move on. Next, let's define the Kojima particles. In Armored Core for answer, the main source of power in this generation is Kojima particle source. In the official description, it reads, Kojima particles are normally shown to be glowing green particles that remain airborne for long periods of time. This holds especially true in colder climates. When applied to boosters, they allow both quick boosting, which gives mechs bursts of speed surpassing 1,000 kilometers an hour, marked to be blurs of steel in color, compared to normal's plodding speed. And overboosting, letting mechs traverse large distances with ease, whereas a normal would be forced to simply boost normal. As the new mechs were designed, the scientists designing them came up with the idea of trapping Kojima particles in a spherical force field around the mechs. As objects passes through the field, its energy compresses the particle in front of it to a solid state. The foreign object is meant to be halted by the solid wall, or even destroyed by the Kojima particle's habit of rapidly eroding through solid matter that come in contact. As tests prove the theory to be correct, primal armor has been invented, making most weapons do significantly less damage. When used in weapons, they are capable of causing massive corrosion damage and Kojima contamination. While capable of being used for many different roles, Kojima particles have the significant drawbacks of being extremely radioactive and highly polluting. During the National Dismantlement War, contamination levels were low due to the limited mechs actions in the short, one-sided conflict. But during and after the Lynx War, massive Kojima contamination caused the Earth's surface to be extremely polluted. For instance, areas such as the Kitasaki Junction and the Old Clark area have undergone complete desertification, making uninhabitable for human life. Another issue with Kojima pollution is the range as well. For instance, in Armored Core 4 Mission Retribution, the player is not allowed to use her primal armor even when it is what appears to be several miles away from Anatolia's Conley, implying that the Kojima particles, once released, not only separate over a wide area, but also are lethal when activated for anything other than the shortest periods of time. So in other words, Kojima particles is like everyone having a nuclear energy in their motor vehicles on their daily driver. Yeah, it's getting great miles per gallon, but how long can you truly enjoy that when both of your legs are corroding and your left ear keeps falling off? Now that you know the facts about both substances, can you make a sound judgment on which source was actually worse for humanity overall? You have a nuclear fusion generator which was slowly killing the planet, making it inhabitable, and then you have coral substance that is one bad hair day away from making every day a barbecue Sunday party. I know which one I'm picking, but I'm going to let you all sound off on the comments down below which substance you felt was far worse for humanity, with sound reasoning that supports your choice. I would love to hear what you have to say, which I shall reveal my pick through context clues discussion. I'm looking forward to seeing what you all have to say based off this video and your own experience of these substances in the Armored Core franchise. But before you sound off, be sure to hit that like button on today's video and consider subscribing if you're new around here, as we cover all things Armored Core and beyond. Until then, I want you all to do me a huge favor. I want you all to take care, stay safe, and stay fly, Ravens. We'll see you in the next one.